Last week, she shared her story of overcoming challenges to venture into the world of teaching. Now we turn the spotlight on her acting career and, of course, her advocacy. My guest is founder and executive director of Children First, Claudette Richardson-Pious. I am Archibald Gordon. This is Profile. Now, when we ended the last program, we were talking about your early life, then in the days at Excelsior, then going to drama school, then starting your work and your career in teaching, which you also said you loved. But at a point, you decided to leave. Why?
I don't know if I decided to leave, It's like, in a way, I was led. Because I applied for the job at Save the Children, and it was in December. And myself and Audrey went to Spanish Town, where the project was. And we met the children, we met the handcart boys, and we had a little treat for them. So by January, when I had the second interview, they didn't have a choice. They gave me the job.
No experience, you said, in social work?
None, really. Just love children and tell them about what I want to do. So it was a lot of things to happen, but, I think I sold it well. So it became the Spanish Town Marginalized Youth Program. Early days, we were working with children and their parents and doing a lot of work. We were in SDC initially.
That's the Social
Development Commission building. And it looked like, we're prone to throw out because the program get big and we have whole heap of boys coming. And you know how boys can be a little rough and rowdy and thing and make nice. So we were given notice. Now, when we are notice go, we don't know where we're going. And I remember the day when they threw us out. It was a rainy day, and the parents, I tell you, if you know how to engage parents, with all the hardship and everything, if you know how to get them involved, they are very valuable. And the parents, some of them put the things on them head. Some of them offered us
furniture and things like that.
Furniture and things, and some of them offered us a place to store and them little yard to put up some of the things. And the YMCA at Monk Street told us we could use their shed. Now we are move out a proper building, go out a door. So my car became the office, and under the shed became the school and doing all the programs and the feeding and the everything.
That sounds amazingly frustrating, though.
And I never frustrate. I wasn't frustrated because the parents and the children were with me. And it's as if we're doing this together. And when me get Bex and Ball, they must say, no, miss, it go all right. And we moved there. And, we were offering remedial education, skill training, parents training.
How were you doing all of this on that shed?
What do you?
No, like literally, how were you doing?
No, different things happen different time. So in the day, remedial education going on, and we have to ensure that, we keep it a certain way. So this class, we divide it up in 3 little class, some under the tree, and, And over time, we also outgrow that space. So there was a property next door, which is now where our head office is, at 9 Monk Street. And they had a lease on it from JPSCO. And they told us, they'd allow us to use it. So we move over there, but we still have to go over there part for bathroom. And when rain falls, sometimes we have to run over there or go up to the library. And we were under tents. And look at Archibald, every morning we come then thief the post out our tent. So after a while, the boy them said, Miss, we're going to put on some posts about it with have stress. But we were under the tent, but the children were happy. And that for me made a big difference. Then we got a 40-foot container. Because I think SDC did feel like a bad cause, you know, what happened. So they gave us a container. Then we got an old JOS bus. And that was how we started operating. Until, bless God, we now own 2 properties, a fleet of buses, and a lot of goodwill and prosperity.
And a lot of learning along the way at the same time.
Oh, yes, a lot of learning.
Because all of this you would have had to be learning how to do.
Learning how to navigate, because we had to do a lot of navigations. I had to learn how to write proposals. And I remember early days.
So this is early days of children's first,
the early
to be clear.
days of children first.
Because you're transitioned out of the UK program into your own
program. Yes, because
program.
the children UK said Jamaica have too much care. I know that they didn't really say, but they say in terms of the economic situation, you know, we are not
need help anymore.
We are not as needy as Haiti, so they moved to Haiti, and but they supported us for another year. So we had 1 year to decide where we're going and what we're doing. Fortunately for us, UNICEF came on board, and UNICEF gave us a proper office with proper furniture. We got some things even from the Jamaica Pegasus gave us some things. And we fixed up our office. So we had a proper office now, proper telephone line and things. And we added skill training as a very important part, because we found that, yeah, we're doing the remedial education, we're sending the children back to school, because what we did was remedial education, enabling them to fit in the formal school system. But some of them just never did make it.
Yes.
So we decided that we wanted to look at skill training. And we looked at skill training as it relates to quick setup and marketable in the communities. So we did barbering.
Things they could do for themselves.
Barbering, cosmetology,
and earn a living.
Yes, and photography. And later we added videography. And Mr. Beckford was very, very, really involved in helping us to set up that videography program. So we offered that, and we realized that the young people were doing well. If you go to Spanish Town today, and we had a major write-up this week in, well, I'm not sure which week it's going to be, but we had a major write-up as it relates to
the fact that you're celebrating 25th anniversary.
And a lot of our youngsters, if you go to any barbershop in Spanish Town, you will find a Children First graduate. So we taught them, we got some of them certified, and we really started to build the organization. Sometime I'm tired and I said, boy, this building here, when it going down? We were also almost forced into doing work around HIV, because some of our parents were becoming positive.
And this is the Bashi Bus.
And this is the Bashi Bus.
All right, I want to take a break before we get into talking a little bit about the Bashi Bus and some of the success stories that you've had specifically for individuals. But we're going to take a break on Profile. My guest is actress and activist, founder and executive director of Children First, Claudette Richardson-Pious. We are back after these messages.